Hey everybody, I'm Nicole and I am doing a video blog today about sage, white sage, smudging, and what it's all about and the benefits of it. I get a lot of questions on a daily basis about smudging and what is sage and what can it do for you. And smudging and white sage is absolutely wonderful. I have been smudging myself for about 7 years now. And when I first learned about smudging and sage, I was very confused. I didn't know really the benefits of it, and I also didn't know anything about it. But I did a lot of research and I had a lot of good spiritual teachers to really help me along my way. So I just want to pass along this information. So, white sage, the sage that I get looks like this. Now, sometimes it comes packaged up and the packaging has it in separates that look like this. You can see that. So, for my Tallahassee folk, I got this sage from Crystal Connection and it was about $7, and that's pretty good for a bushel like this because you can definitely break it up and keep it for a long period of time. But when I smudge myself, I usually break it up in pieces, but this one I haven't. But I'm going to light it like this so you can see how you can smudge yourself with this piece like this. So I'm going to light this so you can see. And you can see the smoke. And basically you're just outlining your aura, the outlining of your body, from the sides, in the front, underneath your arms, like this, neck, and on down. And then you can do the back the same way, going underneath your feet and going around, and just making sure you get all areas of your body. The purpose of this is to cleanse your energy and to remove energy that you got on you throughout the day that's not basically to your highest good. Energy that's weighing you down, energy that's probably making you act a certain way, making you upset, making you feel a certain way, and energy that's really causing you not to perform at your best. For those of us that work in corporate America, or those of us that um, go to work every day, wherever we go to work at, where it's very high stress, it's really, really good to sage yourself, just as I have done, when you come in from work every day, or when you are um, when you have gone to work and you're feeling the stresses of your environment and the energy of the people that you're dealing with every day. Energy is a really tricky thing because people will attach their energies to you and don't even know that they're doing it, and you're not even knowing why you're feeling the way that you're feeling. And so it's really good to cleanse yourself. So after you come home from work, after you take a shower, it's really good to sage yourself, or vice versa. Take a shower, sage yourself, and then take a shower. However you decide to do it, it's really good to get that energy off of you and into a cleansed environment when you come home. Another thing that you can do, when I break the pieces about, like this is a piece that I've broken off, see, and you can light this also the same way if you want to preserve your pieces for a long time, and you can sage yourself like this, you know. And oftentimes people will sage a room or sage a house or sage wherever they are before a meeting or before any kind of event or anything that you may be trying to have at your home. A lot of people will do this so that when people walk in, they can automatically feel how a cleansed room would feel with good energy. And then after people leave, then saging is done again to kind of cleanse out that energy. I totally recommend saging because after you have saged for a while, you can tell the difference of when an energy gets attached to you that's not really good for you. And you can always tell after a while of saging yourself and smudging yourself how it feels to have energy like that onto you. So I recommend it. You can go to some Whole Foods have sage in the bundles. Shops that sell crystals, metaphysical type things usually have sage with their herbs. And I must say, do not confuse this sage with sage that you cook with. Sage that you cook with is completely different. It's actually way smaller than this, where you couldn't even smudge it if you wanted to. So I don't recommend that. Also, I don't recommend closing off a space and smudging or lighting the smudge sticks for a long period of time to where the room gets very cloudy, where you can't breathe, and where you're not being as focused as you want to be because your room is completely smoked out. You really want to not smoke like this too much. You want to make sure that you have enough where you can breathe and you can focus and you're able to cleanse your area or meditate or whatever you're trying to do at the time. So that's my first information on smudging. You can cleanse your house. You can do what is called maybe an exorcism of your home, which is not a bad thing at all. It's just removing a negative energy from your home. You can do that with smudging also. And I'm actually going to be talking about that at a later date in more detail. There are a lot of websites on smudging and sage, and you can do Google searches on areas where they have sage where you can just go pick it up. And you can also order sage offline, white sage, smudge sage. And it's such a great thing to have. And once you do it, you will not want to stop once you know your energy is being cleaned, and it's very inexpensive. Also, I recommend that you get to know sage and how it smells, because sometimes you can light it and it can be the worst smell in the world, and that's because the area that you're cleansing is really not the best area, and that's why it smells the way it does. Sage already has a distinctive strong smell, so when it really smells really funky, then you'll know that the area that you're cleansing, really needs some cleansing. um, so I hope this has helped some of you with your questions with sage. And if you have any questions about anything, you can email me at mahoganysHoney@gmail.com. Okay? Thank you very much, and have a great, blessed day.